He knew that Allah is the creator and He created him. And He asked him to give him long life, until the end of time. He gave, make me live until the end. I'm going to show you that I will mislead them. When did this happen? This happened in the story of Adam alayhi salam, and this dialogue between Allah and Shaitan in the very existence. So he knew. Fir'aun, he knew that God is God. There is God. Almost everybody know by nature that there is a power that is over him or over this existence. This is not enough. This is not the meaning of faith. Knowledge is not the meaning of faith. Wrong. Knowledge and belief and having faith in your heart, is that everything? We might have somebody who knows the existence of Allah and who have faith in the existence of Allah as being Allah, but he does not follow Allah. He said, no, this is the rule of Allah, I don't like it, I don't take it, I don't accept it. No actions. Or I'm not going to submit with tongue, I'm not going to say La ilaha illallah, there's no God except Allah. He doesn't say anything with his tongue to prove this, or does not do anything, does not act or live on this. Is this a true faith? No, this is fake faith. Or otherwise, everybody knows that, I know there is God, but so what? You know there is God? Then you have to submit to this God and act according to the laws of God. The next level is somebody who knows in his heart or her heart and says with the tongue. Is this enough? No. We should have also some actions. And we have the dalil for this. We should have actions for iman to be full. قالوا الإيمان هو التصديق بالجنان أو الاعتقاد بالجنان والتصديق باللسان والعمل بالأركان. To have faith in your heart, to say it with your tongue, and to act on it with your limbs and your parts. Live this iman. Is it all the same level? Is it one bulk, one thing? Iman is just one thing. You get it, that's it. Or if you lose it, is it one thing, or it can have different sides and different parts and so on.
It's different levels.
It has different levels and different parts. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said that Iman بضع وسبعون شعبة. Faith, al-Iman is, or consists or contains بضع وسبعون شعبة. البضع هو من الثلاثة إلى العشرة. Is 70 some branches or parts. وقال أعلاها شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله أو لا إله إلا الله. The highest level of it is شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله, the testimony of faith that there is no God except Allah. وأدناها إماطة الأذى عن الطريق. And the lowest of it is to remove any harmful items from the road. قال والحياء شعبة من الإيمان. And الحياء can be translated as modesty, shyness. Somebody who is, who has this, he is modest, he's not like vulgar and he can say or do anything at any time without nothing to stop him. This sifa, this character in any person is called haya, being modest, being no, I can't do this. Well, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, well, haya, and this modesty, this thing is part of faith. So we have, they said that not all branches are the same. Shahadat la ilaha illallah is not equal to remove something from some dirt from the way. This is something very little and this is something very big. قالوا وزوال, if some زوال بعض أركان الإيمان قد يزول بزواله الإيمان كله. وزوال البعض الآخر قد لا يؤثر في الإيمان أو قد يضعف الإيمان. We have some parts of faith. Some of them are very important, like La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, if it's there, very important. If it's not there, there's no iman at all. There is no faith. If somebody does not believe in La ilaha illallah, there is no faith. But if somebody is not removing something from some of the harmful items from the road, do we say that he is not a believer? Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that this is part of iman, right? قال أعلاها لا إله إلا الله. You following with this? You following with me? We have levels and parts of iman. Not all of them are the same. Give me attention here, please, because this is very important. If we understand it, a lot of things will be clear to us. Because many of our judgments, especially for our brothers and so on, is basically because we misunderstand this point. We think that everybody in Islam is the same. No, not everything is the same. Everything has its own level. So Iman, talking about faith, we have parts of it, as the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, or branches, shu'ab. One shu'ba is very big, very high. La ilaha illallah. Some other branches are just, some additional things. If you do it, it will be out of your full faith and so on. But if you don't do it, we do not say that this is not a believer. So some of the other branches will get along with La ilaha illallah, will be very important. To love Allah, to listen to Allah, to listen to them, to go make Hajj. All of these will be branches of faith. Hatta Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, وَالْحَيَاءُ شُعْبَةٌ مِنَ الْإِيمَانِ. Haya, modesty, is one of the branches of faith. What does modesty or haya has to do with? Is it an action of the heart, an action of the limbs? Do we do haya? Are we modest by our hands, by our tongues, by our legs?
Our actions.
By our what? By what? It has to do with the heart. This is something inside you that stops somebody from, no, I will not do this. And some other person who lacks this feature or this character would, dare to do anything. So it has to do with the heart. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam called it what? One of the branches of faith. So branches of faith has to do with the heart, has to do with the actions, because he said La ilaha illallah, has to do with the tongue. He said to say La ilaha illallah. And also has to do with Imadat al-Adha, which is an action of the limbs, has to do with the limbs or the al-atraf or al-jawarih يعني. طيب, this again, quick revision before we leave. We have branches of faith. Faith consists and contains what's in your heart, to know that Allah exists, to know that Allah is one, to know that, and then we have some actions of the heart, to love Allah, to turn to Allah when you want something, to have confidence in Allah. All of these are actions of the heart. Then we have some sayings with the tongue, which is to say La ilaha illallah and to say what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. Then we have some actions with the limbs, which is to do everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves, to pray, to do all of these. All of these together, this package will be faith, will refer to the faith of a believer or a mu'min. Any questions? طيب. Same thing. We have levels for what is the opposite of iman? Disbelief. Mu'min, kafir. Believer, disbeliever. Kufr. Is it all the same? If we talk technically, is it all the same? No, it's not. It's not. We have some, by the way, any type of disobedience, of going against the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is one of the branches of kufr. One of the branches of kufr. We have iman and we have branches of iman. We have kufr or disbelief and we have branches of disbelief. Disbelief, on top of it, will be to reject Allah, the existence of Allah. You do not believe in Allah, in the existence of Allah at all. The least of them would be some, to go against the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And apply the same rule that we applied for iman. قلنا ولا يلزم من قيام شعبة من شعب الإيمان بالعبد أن يسمى مؤمنا. It's not necessarily that anybody who do any actions of any branches of faith that he is believer. Like somebody, just all he or she has is to remove something of the dirt or harmful items from the way. We do not say that this is a believer. He does some of the actions of faith, but we do not say it's only because of this person is a believer. Like a disbeliever, for example, they do some good things. We do not say that they are believers because they lack the most important parts of faith. Clear? Same thing applies to kufr, disbelief. We have levels of it. The highest level of it is to reject the existence of Allah at all. And all the disobedience, acts of disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be branches of kufr. And those who do, doing all of these actions will not fall under the same category. So we might have some believers who do some actions of kufr, but we do not call them kafir. Like anybody who disobeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing an act of kufr, disbelief. Because what is this person doing? He is going against the rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By doing this action, he is doing kufr, but he is not kafir. In the same way, somebody who is